Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Verne. I'm the founder and CEO of EduMe. We're based in London, UK, so a bit of Europe for you for a while. I'm going to talk about the future of workforce training. We're a mobile-first micro-learning company. And as you know, just being here and listening to different presentations, we all know that demographics are changing drastically and quickly. That impacts the workforce as well. So by 2020, we expect that 50% of the workforce is going to be mobile or partly mobile. So that might mean that they don't work from an office anymore, or they work partly from home or somewhere else. We also know that the number of freelancers are increasing dramatically. Another interesting stat is by 2020, 50% of employees will be millennials, and that rises to 75% by 2025. And that has a very big impact as well. I'll come back to in what way. And another kind of technological change that's really changing things is how we consume information and how we communicate with each other. And I was listening to Josh Bersin from Deloitte the other day, and findings they have from Deloitte show that on the average employee spends 24 minutes per week on training. So there's a lot of competition for time, right? Let's see if I can get this to move. Hmm? There we go. So we believe that the current model of corporate training is basically broken. If you have 25 minutes per week and someone asks you to come in and sit and listen to some presentation or even do an e-learning module that takes an hour, I mean, good luck. That's really gonna be difficult, right? And we know that completion rates are very, very low. But if you don't train people, engagement goes down. That's very costly, and other people have mentioned this already. Productivity goes down when you don't have the skills required to perform your job. Staff turnover increases. Also, someone talked about this before. The cost there is really, really huge. And we work with a lot of gig economy type companies, on-demand workers. They also experience extremely high turnover. And then lastly, if you have a dispersed kind of set of workers, how do you protect your brand? If you're not working under the same roof, if you don't see these people all the time, but they're still out there and they're representing you. So our solution to this problem is a mobile-first micro-learning platform. It allows you to create great micro-learning content in a scaffolded authoring tool. So it builds on best practice for micro-learning. You know, micro-learning a lesson shouldn't be more than 3 to 5 minutes. Video is a great way to communicate and convey information, but a video shouldn't be more than 90 seconds as part of that. So it's often and little to keep it, to make it really blunt. And we combine that with a communication feature inside the app. So you can, for example, we take an example, we work with Avon Cosmetics. And if they run lots of campaigns, so when they're introducing a new campaign, they want to be able to communicate things around price points and dates and order values and all these things. They can do that by sending information to the app, which then makes it less important to go anywhere else to find that information. Also, you don't need to carry stuff around. We work with mobile operators as well. We're completely replacing their communication methods or the kind of tools that they have today. So we deliver that over iOS, Android, and mobile responsive website. And then we drive everything towards a business impact at the end of the day. So really, what's the company trying to achieve? That's what we aim for. So if they want to reduce turnover of staff, that's where we kind of start, and then we design after that. Here we go. So quickly, I talked about this already. The most important thing for millennials when they choose a job is development opportunities. That's why this is becoming so important. Also, in the words of Josh Bersin, investing in corporate training is becoming more and more of strategic priority. It's not just about getting people skilled, it's also getting talent to work for you. Mobile is the fastest growing technology in human history. Number of smartphones already outnumber PCs by 2.5 times. So this is really where you need to be. So this is already a huge market that's growing very, very quickly. Our business model is basically we sell into SMEs and enterprise clients. I'll talk about some of them in a bit. It's a SaaS model, so we charge a license fee for monthly active users, and then we give also additional support, like a service revenue, when someone needs help to either design a learning plan or even do some of the content. We can help them do that as well. Here we go. How we're different, I talked about it. We have no legacy to protect. We didn't build an e-learning platform and then we slapped an app on it as well to be mobile. We've done everything mobile first. It's super easy to use. It's our most common feedback from users and clients. And then we combine what I mentioned before, communication and training. And let's talk about a case. So we work with Uber. And they started using our platform to do onboarding driver partners. They used to do that face-to-face in a center. Hard to scale, right? So they did cohort analysis of sending people to the EduMe platform, reduced onboarding times by 13%, and then we continued to scale this with them. Then we increased productivity as measured by supply hours, so drivers on the road by 8%, ratings increased by 7%, retraining attendance increased. So we had a lot of impact, and you can imagine at scale for a company like Uber, this means increased revenues, and also they're saving time and money in the process. And from working with them, the outcome was basically they just picked us to do all of EMEA, so that's 42 countries. So we're in the process of scaling with them, and also doing everything in between onboarding, kind of retraining, sending trainings that are relevant at the points of need, specifically for a city, or just doing proactive trainings. So we've had 20% plus monthly growth for the last year or so. We've published a number of case studies that are available on the website, and we've got some interesting clients that we're going to start working with, also in consultancy and staffing, apart from all the gig economy ride-hailing companies. If you want to talk to me, I'll stick around for a bit afterwards. Thank you very much.